Hi guys. Welcome to Behind the Runway. Tomorrow is Val's Day.
Yeah.
This video is not going to come up on Val's Day, a day before Val's Day. You're going to see this maybe 2 or 3 weeks after. But tomorrow is Val's Day, and I guess it's a little bit exciting. What's Val's Day like for you?
I'm not sure I want to talk about Val's Day.
For me, what I learned in the past 2 or 3 years is to gift myself on Val's Day.
Okay.
I do something nice. I buy something for myself. I buy something for my kid.
Okay.
Do you understand? In my daughter's school, even though I think they've stopped it now, in their schools they used to exchange gifts.
Yes, the school my children used to be in. But their current school, they don't do that anymore.
They've stopped it now, so well. But me, I learned to gift myself. If I have money that day, I can take myself, go somewhere, eat. If I can afford it, I take my family out, you know. I'm not someone that always celebrated vows, but I think after COVID, something happened to me. Like a year or so after COVID, I just started learning to take these things more seriously, you know, because I think that what we do, or what I've been doing, is I take some things for granted.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm learning not to.
For me, up until last year, Val's Day, not like I celebrate vows like that, but it was a period or season that usually comes with excitement for me, because I'm a love person. Like I like love.
Me, I'm learning to love.
I love love.
I'm learning to love. Before, my dear,
you know, but last year's vow was a bit traumatic for me. So
that's why we don't talk about it. We don't talk about
that's what do you call it? This year, I'm trying very hard not to be troubled about, you know, the thoughts come, but I'm thinking of what I can do for myself. Like, I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday.
Yeah.
And I told her that's okay. What's the plan for vows? Because I don't mind to hang out with a friend or two.
Oh, that's nice.
So maybe we can plan something.
I'm always up. I'm always up for a hang. I dey like waka. I'm always up for a hang.
Talk about vow moods right now.
Okay, no problem. So how was your week though? How was our week? Everybody's week. How was it?
This week has been a bit overwhelming for me. Overwhelming in the sense that this year I tagged it my education year. So I'm going back to school. I'm running two programs.
Something I don't know if I'll ever do in this life. Because school.
I'm running two programs at the same time. I'm trying to do a program in Unilag. Yeah. And then I'm also training to be a therapist.
Wow.
So this week this week has been a bit overwhelming. Like I'm realizing that, in fact, I think exam is around the corner. Wow. So I have
for you or for the kids?
Work. My kids just finished their midterm
tests.
So that had a bit of toll on me. It took a bit of toll on me. Then I think exams around the corner in school, Unilag. So there's that too. So this week has been a bit about realizing how much I still need to cover. Is weighing. I wouldn't say weighing me down, but the realization that I still have a lot to cover. Then I also took out time. I have a speaking engagement tomorrow, so I work a lot with children. I'm a children's teacher, and tomorrow I'm going to a primary school somewhere in Yaba to talk about sexuality education. There's a lot of ignorance out there. Parents in this day and age are still not talking to children about safe sexuality. Children don't know much, and there's a lot of abuse going on. So tomorrow we're going to a school where I'm going to be talking to the children about their bodies. I think I'm going to the topic I'm going to be talking about is my body and I. So we're going to be talking to the children about, you know, how to be safe, you know, how to be confident to speak up.
Is it a primary or secondary school?
Primary school.
Okay.
So I'm going to be talking to from I think ages 5 to maybe around 12 or 14.
Okay.
And so it's like a one-size-fits-all talk that I'm going to be having with them. I'm excited about it because it's something I love to do. Yes,
you've been doing this for years. I remember.
I love to empower children.
It's something that you've been doing for forever.
I like it when children have and own their voices, where they know they can speak up. I find it heartbreaking when I hear of an abuse and a child had to deal with trauma all by themselves.
And they couldn't talk
because they did not know they could speak out.
That's a common this thing.
We're going to be giving some children a voice.
Hallelujah. Yes. Nice.
So this is part of what I spent my
week. What your week is about?
Yes.
Me, my own week. Okay, so I studied fine and applied at University of Nigeria and Nsukka. And one of the things I said I was going to do this year, there are several, by the way. This is one of them. This thing we're doing now is one of the things I said I was going to do this year. One of them was I was going to start painting.
Oh my goodness, you haven't painted in a while. The last time I heard you talk about painting was COVID. Have you painted since COVID?
No, I haven't.
Can you imagine?
And even before then, I hadn't painted long.
Yes.
But I just said, let me try again. So I bought some acrylics and I started putting stuff down, this week. And I think I'm enjoying the process, the thought process. I'm enjoying it so far. So that's happening. Then I took on work. That's fashion work. This week I did something that I've not done in years. Anwuli Lagos started when my daughter was 2. So we're talking of almost 8 years ago. So I haven't done anything like that for the past 8 years. But I decided to do that now because after our last meeting, you talked about how I don't even know how to sew a zip anymore. And I'm like, that is so true. But if we're going to do this, I have to be serious. I have to start learning to put stuff together. So I took on work, something I've never done before. So I had to go to market. That's Lagos market to be exact. I went to Lagos market to go and look for Ankara. Please tell me why Ankara is 13K.
Some Ankaras are more than 13K, depending on the type of Ankara you're buying.
Why is it 13,000?
I think there was one I bought that was 16,000.
I don't mad finish. Which one?
It was also high target, but a particular kind of high target I bought for 2. There was one I bought for 17,500.
My whole body was just scratching me. I was bringing out the money. It was annoying.
And it was regular open markets I bought. It wasn't like it was in a shop or something. So it wasn't like an inflated price. Yes. Ankara has become very expensive now. It means you haven't bought in a while.
I haven't. Yes. Because what I've been doing since I've been working with the fabric called crepe, right? We call it crepe here in Nigeria. I don't know what it's called outside the country, but it's this nice. I buy they call it Korean crepe. It's quite thick and it has a very rough surface. I love that fabric. I've been using it for the past since COVID. So December 2020, I've been using it since. So it's like you just see small patches of Ankara on it, and those are patches from work I've been doing for years, like from its embassy where she learned how to make fringes and creating patchwork from piles of fabrics. That's what I was doing. So I haven't bought Ankara. So I went mad for market too. The way I was shouting, I said, for what? For 6 yards, not 12. I said, no, 6 yards. I was like, They were laughing at me because they're my customers. They remember me from.
Yes.
They're like, madam, you've not been around since now, relax. I was so mad. Anyway, so I went to market yesterday. That was quite an interesting one. So there was the Ankara issue. Then something interesting happened. The first time I'm going to market wearing kaftan. I've never worn kaftan to market, and I realized I always wear pants because I want to hurry up, and I wear these trekkers. I always wear these trekkers. I've had them for years. They are my market. I bought them specifically for my market. Those kind of stuff they said that you can wear they're not supposed to spoil. So I've been wearing it since. I wore my regular palm, wore kaftan, and I realized that I wasn't bothered as much.
Okay.
I'm telling you, those guys that will be subbing you anti-Bajin. But occasionally you just say because I tied scarf.
You were in your Oga wife, regalia.
Maybe. Occasionally one person say Alaja, anything. I would just say no, and they will just leave me.
I get what you mean, but you were not bothered at all.
I was not bothered. Okay. I would just be like, they will be like, madam, before they can hold you, madam, please now, buy shirts, buy skirts, buy glasses, buy shoes.
So you had this
but the way I was just walking,
anti-vibes.
Once somebody says, madam, I'll be like, no, and they'll just leave me. I was like, I did not know that there was a code. Were you
wearing shades?
I was wearing shades. I always wear shades. I always wear shades for market.
The complete rich anti-vibes.
Hey, I was like, wow. When I came home, I told Oga, I said, Daddy, did you know that I've been doing this wrong the whole time? Because when you're in the market, you're upset. You're like, people should leave me now. Alone. They say, buy gold, buy dollar, buy skates, buy for your child. But I just realized I wore kaftan.
But for me, my experience in the market is a little different because I have this very
muted face.
Yeah,
muted
so
look. Like
you can't tell. My face is usually expressionless, and I don't usually regularly wear a smile. So I look.
They disturb me. They are always disturbing me.
Sometimes when people try to do that pulling and tugging on in the market, my demon or tells you to back
tell them to just stay by the. Anyway, so that was interesting. And market yesterday was just wild. A goal I said I was going to achieve this year was to not drink soda.
That thing is I will not even.
It is hard.
I won't lie.
Yesterday in the market, I was seeing cold ice.
That ice is calling my name every time.
In Lagos, those guys, they know how to do that thing well. They say, madam, I just look up small. They say, madam. You see a bottle of, you see a Lucozade Boost, you see Lacasera, the ice inside is doing like this. I'm like, I succeeded though.
Well, I'm still struggling.
I succeeded. I thought yesterday I was going to fall. I thought, hey, because the whole of this year, so far, I've been successful. I've not
had to.
I've not
I've taken clap for you.
What I plan, even me, I'm clapping for myself because I could not believe. Eventually, I bought water. What I did was I bought a bottle of water that had a lot of ice in it.
Oh, okay.
So what I just did, I was just there nursing the ice. It was just melting, and that's what I was doing. But I thought yesterday I was so sure. So like the interesting thing, what I thought of it was like sometimes your goal, you may be achieving it because you've changed your environment. I don't know if you understand. You're in a place where you're not being pushed.
It's controlled.
Because in that market it was hard though. You see like Sarah, you see Fanta.
Every time I see it, and ice
drink is like come.
It's calling my name.
It's calling my name.
Most times I would have bought before, and I try not to feel very guilty. My mom is a nurse.
Okay.
And I remember, I'm one who my BP is usually always on the lower room. Yeah. And I remember her always telling me that I don't eat enough. And my mantra for all this, whatever, is moderation.
Moderation, yeah.
So I'm not one who believes I can strip my diet of anything. I eat and I eat my bread, but I always try to do things in moderation.
I don't know if I'll ever leave bread.
So all those
bread, chocolates, ice cream. I'm sorry.
All those stories about what do you call it? About fizzy drinks. My parents are in their 70s and they are the healthiest eaters I know. But my parents eat any and everything, but it is always in moderation.
I drink too much of it. I used to drink too much of it. That's why I changed it.
Do you understand? Because mom told, how can you not take fizzy drink? Like, you should stop it. You know all those stories about it's poison. Yeah. Oh, sugar.
You don't agree. Sugar. Me, I'm trying to, first of all, it's a piece of discipline. Do you understand? And the way these things work is, if I don't take it this year, that doesn't mean next year I won't take it. I can change my mind. But the issue was that
it's not a never thing for me.
I was getting to the point where I felt like I was becoming dependent on them.
They can be very addictive.
Yes, they are very addictive. And someone that has drank it most of me, I've been drinking since I was a child. I just woke up one day, I was like, I don't like that. Sometimes I just feel like I need to take a bottle of and I have to take it. What's wrong between me and somebody that is struggling with alcoholism?
It's an addiction now.
Yeah.
Addictions can be even in good things. I think the only thing I cannot be addicted to is godly things. But every other thing can be addicted. Phone addiction. Most of us are dealing with it.
The phone one is really tough, I must say.
And so it's very easy to be addicted to. In fact, I heard somebody talk about being addicted to eating unzu. You know unzu?
Yes, unzu is of course.
And it was like drugs.
That's exactly. Yes.
So addiction is not just when it's drugs or something.
I heard that most times if you have to take unzu all the time, is a telltale sign of a lack of something else.
Yes, it's possible. I don't know the medical.
It's like people that like to chew ice.
Okay.
I had my sister, one of my sisters, one time for like 2 years straight, she was taking ice, anytime I would call her, she just hear in the background. She went to Japan and they now do the one test that she had to do. They now told her that she was iron deficient or something.
So that was what was.
So when she took medication for the iron deficiency,
the craving for that
thing reduced. So now she still eats ice, but it's like, I've not had ice in a while. Then it was like I have to eat a hair. Now it's like, I've not had ice. Okay. No, so it's just, I don't know. I know I had it because I had it when I was pregnant then. Sometimes you feel like eating sand.
The only time I feel like eating the last time I had Uzu was when I was a child.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I used to like Uzu when I was much younger.
When I found out that they sell Uzu, I'm like, is it everything they sell? Because I remember them, we just used to building sites. The sand, we just go collect Uzu there and then wash it. But the last time I had unzu was when I was a child. And pregnancy cravings, I'm not sure I had them. I was a very disciplined person.
I did feel like eating. I had a terrible appetite as a pregnant woman. All I wanted to do, see this ice, I ate ice, and then I only liked salty things, which is crazy because hear me, I mentioned bread, ice cream, chocolate. I didn't feel like eating any of those things as a pregnant woman. If you notice, when I was pregnant, I was at my full term.
I barely saw you. I didn't even see you when you were pregnant at all. I didn't see you.
I was very slim at full term.
I didn't see you.
I didn't feel like eating. I had a terrible appetite. But also, I was very savory in my, and even that I was still very picky. So just because I thought it was savory doesn't mean I wanted to eat everything that was savory. There's some things I just thought, you know.
I think my pregnancy cravings, that was when I discovered my love for yam.
Yam. That's weird.
It was in pregnancy I discovered my love for yam. I remember my pregnancy with my second with Israel, my second child.
Yeah.
There was this woman that used to roast yam on my path.
Ooh.
To work and everywhere.
Roasted
so I would
yam.
always buy roasted yam. One day I wanted to buy yam, then I realized I never saw the woman ever wash her hands.
Oh wow.
And you know the thing with roasted yam, you don't have to scrape and all.
Yeah.
That was the last time I bought, and I think that was the last time I had roasted yam till I gave birth. So my cravings come with some checks and balances, you know, and some level of discipline.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today? Our book. We're back again.
Yes, back to our book. So I'm currently on page 79. Okay, no, I'm not on page 79. I'm far beyond page 79. But what I really thought we should talk about is our market research.
Okay.
So I think we are going to have to do some research. Market research is pretty much finding out who are we producing for. So who do we think? Yeah, you know, the saying is like you cannot know that, as in nothing is too much to know about who you're selling to, because that way you know even how to market to them. It affects things like your price point, what you should be producing. Like if you're producing for ladies that go to the office, might not need slippers. They will likely need work shoes. They wouldn't need gele. They would likely need wigs or something. So that's just how. So it's like, who are we? Yeah. So who are we producing for?
Okay, I think first off, for me, women, I know, women, we're not doing menswear yet.
Yeah.
Or ever. Never say never. So women, I believe women.
Yeah.
Then, I also think women within our age brackets. We're both in our early 40s.
So what's 40 to 50?
Maybe say 35 to
55.
To 55.
Okay. Okay, so women 35 to 55. So what are they doing? Most women at this age they have kids, right? And soaring career-wise. So is it a career woman or is it more non-career women? Because interestingly, it's a very good divide. Yeah.
Divide.
So they have kids. Can we market to them through their kids or something?
I don't think we're doing office women, but
no, it's not office women. I mean, I feel like the landscape has actually changed. There was a time that, thanks to COVID, there was a time that women that worked needed to wear office wear. But now there are more remote workers. There are more remote workers. There are offices now that are not insisting that you must wear office.
Then I also think women in this bracket are thinking of comfortable fashion.
Okay.
They're not trying we're dealing with
children,
pouches and all. And then you're handling children.
That children thing, shoes.
Yeah.
You can't be wearing high heel shoe and be running after children in church. They are church folks, yes.
So comfort wise.
Think comforts.
Then I also.
So where do they shop? Where do you think? Yeah, where would they shop? Where do you think they would shop?
I think women with this age bracket are women who are beginning to have a hold on their finances. They know what they want as far as finances are concerned. So you would call. I also think with the dynamics of how life is, people don't do open market as much.
What's open markets? That's
like going to markets. People prefer to outsource going to markets, so they do. These are people you find in the malls shopping malls
or coming to them.
Coming to them.
You know, fashion is one of those things. Like, it's important, but it's not that important to women like this. Not for themselves anyway. Women like this tend to go out. Like I now can go to market to buy clothes for my child. I don't know if I can go to market and buy clothes for myself. Does that make any sense?
Okay, I'm not sure it makes sense.
The other day, both of us went to look for shoes for my Pekin now. Have I ever called you, told you, come, let's look for shoe for me?
No.
I probably would have said, oh, I need shoe. But that's it. I never saw, but like, I would prioritize doing hair. So it's like, now, that doesn't mean I don't buy clothes. I do. But if someone comes to me and says, okay, this is nice, or I would like, then I'll buy. So it's like, if we're going to meet them, how are we going to meet them?
I also think for me the clients I service now in this age bracket, I'm usually the one always going to them because they like their comfort.
Yes.
Anything that will stress them, going to tailor's shop or coming to you and all that, except if it's for recreation. You know, so we need to find a way.
What I wrote here now is body acceptance.
Yeah.
You know, in your 20s, you still feel like some of us feel like we can still do something to make ourselves even taller. You're like, oh, my tummy is big. Let me work out so you can come
worried
down.
about all those things.
When you enter this age, it's like, see, this is what it is. I shall dress, you know. So it's like you don't buy clothes thinking when I'm this, I would wear it. I don't think so. Right? I don't know. Okay. So I feel like what we have here now, we have just 4 things. What else can we do?
Then you also mentioned about their children. So because we also have children,
we also have kids,
I was wearing something on Saturday. Last week Saturday I went to class. That cocoon jacket I want. So I wore something like that on Saturday, and a lady in this age bracket was like, she would want one for herself and her daughter. You know, and then everybody in class, this is so nice. I would want one for myself as well.
Should we try to pare down and cook? I feel like
that could work.
If Anko comes in, I feel like parents are more willing to buy for themselves.
Yes.
Mothers, to be exact, are more willing to buy for themselves when they are going to be able to pair with their kids.
Yeah, to twin with their children.
To twin. Okay.
I think.
So twin folk.
We should consider the children as well.
Twin folk.
Then I also noticed that women in this age bracket, majority of them would have teenage children or children that are already in their double digits. So the whole twinning thing
might not. Will it work well?
For me, it works.
For my
children like.
They don't mind twin. Okay.
I have a teenage daughter, and she likes to. And I realized that she's interested in adult fashion.
That's it now. Yeah, they can't wait to grow now. So okay. This is a good thing. So in the book, she said, let me see, questions, the quests. Say create a customer profile. Okay, this is what I actually put a marker here.
What page is that?
Yeah, page 80. Why did I put 2 markers here? That's so random. Okay, so it's like the demographic. Occupation, age, single or married or divorced, do they have children? What is their annual income? See, that's the reason why we need to do this, because we need to know that the people that we are designing for can afford what we are asking for. And we already placed ourselves in high fashion. So high fashion, is it high cost or high design? Does that make sense?
Both. Because high design would
be high cost. So that means there has to be people that are able to pay.
Luxurious.
Okay, yes. Another thing is we have an interesting situation in Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians that don't live in Nigeria anymore.
Yeah.
So how do are we talking of those that are they Nigerians within Nigeria, or are we going to pay attention to those outside Nigeria too?
I think both.
Because what Anwuli Lagos has been doing, for some reason, somehow, you know, the way business is that you can be planning something, but the way the market will move, it will pigeon you to somewhere. So where I have actually been pigeoned to is I'm at the point where most of my clients at this moment, like 98% of my clients are not in Nigeria. Somewhere, and they've moved, but a number of them, even before, once I started, they started thinking of how can I move this thing to. So it's like if we're going to move, that affects the costing. We have to start including things like delivery.
You know, the thing is, for the people who are outside the country, there's this craving for African fashion, and the fact that it's not ready.
Like the person I took clothes from now is someone's husband that came and he wants to make something for them, and he's like, he wants Ankara. He said he doesn't want anything else. He doesn't even want Ashoke. He's a Yoruba guy. So he doesn't want that Ashoke. Can look like there is lines. It can look like Oyibo clothes. He wants Ankara. He wants his wife to go to office looking like they're wearing Ankara.
So that's for them. Because those things are not readily available and accessible to them. So you find them whenever they find something, a brand they can trust, they lash on it. So I think it's wise for us to consider both residents
within and
Nigeria and outside the
How many
country.
vacations do they take in a year? That's the demographic. What size do they wear? Size. This size.
Women in this age bracket, their sizes should be between 12 and 16.
I want to say 10 and 16.
10 is a taller down.
it will be a small percentage that will do this thing. UK,
so maybe let's open up the bracket. Let's make it 10 to 16.
But this is anyway. Let's do 10 to 16. So that means everything that we are doing, we'll try to stock on this particular.
And then any other what do you call it? Sizing beyond or below would come based on recommendation. Comes based on placed orders. Yes, custom jobs.
So buying habits. Where do they shop? How do they shop? We already explained. Are they impulse buyers? They're not impulse buyers.
No, at this stage, people
are they trend driven? Nigerians are very trend driven.
Yeah.
Can we
be honest
tell the
about
truth and
that? Yes, Nigeria.
Name one Nigerian person don't trend. Everybody, I'm telling you, from the highest to the low, from top to bottom.
Sure.
Trend is our destiny. So I don't think we should even. That's
as
what
much as many women don't want to admit that they are trend driven.
We do. Yeah. Are they brand loyal?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Are Nigerians brand loyal? I think Nigerians, they just go for what
in fashion, I don't know, but I know that they can be brand loyal to some things. Yeah, people say, oh, I only buy this thing. It may not be fashion. That's just with the issues.
Maybe for fashion, I don't think they're brand
things like maybe makeup, maybe for even food or drink. You can hear someone say, this is the only one I take. But fashion, I don't know. So far, we haven't. Maybe we might be the first people to do it. We don't have cult followership when it comes to fashion just yet. Maybe because we don't have a big
brand.
We don't have a big followership culture just now. Most people that you've made clothes for have 2 or 3 other people that are making clothes for them.
But that is what it always is. It's just like saying, even as a designer, you don't wear other people's clothes.
Yes,
you understand?
Exactly.
So, but I have people who have been loyal to my brand. I have people who have been making stuff for over 14, 15 years.
Same here. So, but they buy from other people.
So I think that is loyalty.
Okay. So that's
I don't think brand loyalty is that, okay, this is the only brand I use. For fashion, is there really anybody that wears only one brand? I don't know. I would like to know. Okay. Is there anybody that is loyal to any brand as far as fashion is concerned?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know.
What function do they buy for? Okay, so what are they buying for? So who are we making? This is a good question.
What function
what are they for? My general brand is very I try to be functional in my clothes. I like something somebody can wear to the beach, wear for errands, walk into hanging out with the girls, or
and
whatever.
I think women in this age are like that too. Sometimes you have there was a video I saw 2 weeks ago. The lady was going for an event and she wore something that was multifunctional. So all she needed to do was to change her jewelry and her shoe. She didn't need to change the entire outfit. So I think women in this age are like that. They don't really care about the fact that, but I just saw you in the other event. So except if I'm doing a presentation and I'm trying to appear a certain way. I think women at this age think multifunction as far as fashion is concerned.
So our client is multifunctional. How body conscious? We already said this. Do they enhance or hide? They just don't give a damn. They've accepted who they are. It's what it is. What is their spending brackets? Yes. So there's how much they make, then how much are they willing to spend? I feel like this is where it might be a little tough. But I think, thankfully, I don't know if it's a good thing, but thankfully in Nigeria, I don't think we're as, how do I put it? We're not as strict when it comes to spending money.
We're not frugal with
Thank you, I don't think so. I see people that think, okay, I'm supposed, but like some things come up, especially when it's like, okay, something important to them, someone's birthday, a thing they have to go to. My dear, they will just bring out their money and do what they want to do. So likes and dislikes, do they have a favorite designer? What magazines do they read? Magazine, is it even a thing anymore? What newspaper do they read?
It's online now.
It's online. So it's like we have to find a way to meet them in social. Oh, speaking of which, we are going to be opening our Instagram account tomorrow. So what celebrity do they admire? That's a good question. Funke Akindele comes to mind.
Yeah,
why?
True.
That's the first person that comes to
because she's like the woman king right now. She's doing awesome. And I also think
Akindele woman. Okay.
Yeah, Funke Akindele, and I also think what do you call her now? Awosika. Ibuka Awosika is also a sensation.
Yeah.
Right now, almost everybody.
Akindele. Yeah.
This age bracket is.
Okay. Awosika. Okay. I don't know why she came to my mind first. It's so strange. Okay, so someone like her, at least I feel like enough people know her. Even if you don't watch her films, you know her, you admire her. You're here for her
I'm
hustle.
from Jennifer's Diary.
And people try to emulate who they admire. So I think we might spend some time studying Funke ourselves. Let's be sure what she's about fashion-wise. You know, what is their biggest dislike in fashion?
Discomfort too.
Okay, since comfort is the thing, discomfort should be...
anything that makes them uncomfortable.
So what makes them laugh? You see, when they say you cannot know too much, we have to know everything.
Yeah,
what can possibly make them laugh? Two of us that are not comedian, we don't know anything now. What music do they listen to? What music do they listen to?
I don't know. I wouldn't lie. What kind of music?
We're Nigerian, yeah. I'm coming up with this as we speak. We're Nigerian, right? Most of us were raised by mothers that were prayer warriors.
Yeah.
What that means is that it's very likely that a lot of these women now are also prayer warriors for their children.
Yes,
because the street is... I mean, she just said that how she was going to talk to a school about sexual activities. My dear, what we are praying for is being passed out.
Yes.
Because me, I didn't grow up with... My mom died when I was much younger. So I didn't grow up with someone that was always praying and hovering over me. But I'm telling you, I randomly wake up in the night and I just begin to. Because now... So I feel like when it comes to who they listen to, you would likely find a lot of people doing NSPPD home and abroad.
Then with Hallelujah Challenge
going
on now.
Hallelujah.
So women,
I feel like that's where a lot of these women are going to be. I could be wrong. Like, leave your comments in the comment section. I want to see. But I really feel like immediately I'm like, this one not listening to, they're not in the club doing Ozeba with other people. Though. Even if they are.
Yes.
Even if they're doing Ozeba, they will do Ozeba and come back home.
To, yes. And you know Nigerians are like that.
Yes.
Have you seen Nigerian people's playlists? Now is Ozeba. The next thing is out of my belly shall flow. Rivers are like, what's going on? What's this confusion? So Nigerians are like that.
So who are we listening to? That's the point.
We can be very spiritual.
Whoever is popular in Nigeria at the time, in the part of the world, then a lot of us are very religious. That's my point. We are very religious. So I think that will influence who we listen to. I think we need to pigeonhole it down a little more. But I think that when it comes to music, more often, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's even because, you know, we do this thing in Lagos where we feel like what's happening in Lagos is happening everywhere.
No.
And we're in Lagos, so I might be thinking, this person is raining now. That's what everybody's listening to. Everybody will listen to that person in Lagos. But you know,
funnily, I was in Abuja earlier this year. Then, to my surprise, the music we listened to in
what is in Abuja.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Anyway, so we are listening.
I went all the way to Jos.
Whoever is popular is ready. Whoever.
And I think Nigerian music is good.
It's good, yeah. It's
everybody's
popular.
tending towards Nigerian music.
We should also listen. We should also look at the fashion of a lot. Like I love Mercy Chinwo's thing. That thing where she was doing that thing with the beret. Like the first time, I think it was 2020. Was it 2020? It was 2021. What am I saying? 2023. I just sat down one day and I was playing a lot of her videos on YouTube and I'm like, she always has this beret and they're always the same color with what she's wearing. I'm like, how come nobody's talking about this?
Another person who does that is Ada Ehe. Ada is also a beret person. She also
that means she just started doing, because I remember way back, she always used to wear very nice, cool, interesting. So when it comes to Christian fashion, two people come to my mind. I don't even like that I'm saying that. Christian fashion sounds weird. But two Christian artists that have unique niched fashion is Mercy Chinwo, and that's just because of the beret, and then T.Y. Bello.
Yeah.
T.Y. Bello, you can draw her silhouettes and somebody will know she's the one without putting face. Just put the hair and put that agbada thing.
Yes.
That's it. So I like that kind of thing. I don't know. So in paying attention to the music that they listen to and what the people that they listen to wear, it's easy for us to come up with what we think people would wear. So this is it's not going to be easy, I must say.
Not.
It looks like it's going to be tough, but it's doable. What God cannot do doesn't exist. Okay, so that's number, what's that? Then law. Where's Lai? Legal. Where's Lai? What's that his name?
Who?
Lai the lawyer. Lai, is it what Lai was something? What's that his name? Where is he, Sha? You should come and help us.
Come and help us.
You should come and help us.
Lailas.
It's not Wasabi.
Lasabi.
I thought it was Wasabi.
Yes.
Anyway, so the last time we spoke, we talked about where I was about to just start legal. Which page is it? See, I'm looking around like one person.
I opened it just now.
Okay, yeah, it should be there.
Yeah, this is it.
Page what? 33.
Page 35.
35. Okay. So we read about the partnership. right? Which is what we're trying to do. And I must say, sometimes when I think about getting into partnership, I was a little nervous, or I still am. Sometimes I think about that, like, what if this happens? What if that happens? But thankfully in this case we are friends. That's number one. Then also, if everything is as clear, as in the reason why we need a lawyer is we need somebody that can explain to us possible outcomes, things that can happen in front. Like let me go off for a minute. Somebody will explain to me the point to a prenup. Now, in case you don't know, a prenup is a document that is signed, people sign before they get married, declaring what will happen if the marriage splits. The reason why it is good to do a prenup, the way the person explained to me, is that you will decide what you think is best for the situation when you still feel good about the person.
Yes.
Now, if in the prenup, before people get married, you feel like you're being unfairly treated and you point it out and it's being dismissed, that is your sign that you should not be married. This person may not mean well for you and you're about to marry the person. Do you understand? So, knowing what to do now in the worst case scenario or things going a certain way, knowing it now because we are good now.
Yeah, you talked about us being friends. What I believe about going into a partnership, there's this thing my husband always says, that you go into a business partnership or a business transaction as if you people are friends and as if you're going to quarrel the next minute.
Okay.
So when you are doing that, when you're doing your legal documents, you know that when money is
everybody
involved,
needs to be, because it's
not a lack of trust situation.
No.
Is that
it's just life.
Things can change, and then is when you are beginning to do business and money is involved in a relationship that a true nature or color will begin to show.
Yeah.
So when you have a proper legal document, or if you handle your legal very well, you'll be able to save your friendship ultimately.
And save yourselves
too. Save yourselves too. And one thing the legal thing does for you, it also helps you to do things the right way.
Yeah.
Because you know that there's some legality tied to what you are doing.
Yeah.
So I think, and besides, we can't even avoid doing the legal work frame because it's part of the criteria for getting into Lagos Fashion Week.
So we need to register we already have we think we have a name.
We're still trying to come up with a name.
We think we have a name.
We're close.
We need to we just need to be sure that the name is available. I think by next week we should be able to give you a name. So we have to register the name. We have to get an account.
Yeah.
So that we can start putting, we'll start knowing where the money, because if right now we're doing business, what we're doing now, we're doing that out of our own pockets.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's possible that by the time we do the first pop-up that we're going to do in a month, we are going to be doing it out of our own pockets. And that's not very safe. That's not good practice. Yeah. So the earlier we can get an account in place, the better. So yeah, that's it. So I think what I actually want to talk about in partnership is we need to figure out what we both bring to the table. We need to figure out what we both bring to the table, and I don't know.
And I think our partnership is not one where one is just financing without being involved. Both of us are going to be involved in the
from
running.
what I've read about partnership, they usually say that it's better that someone is the business side, the other person is the creative side. But that's not the case here. So
both of us are going to be involved. But we also know what our strengths are and then we also need to delegate responsibilities because we can't all be doing the same thing. We
doesn't
have to come
make
to
sense.
a point where you can handle this and you can handle that so that the work will move forward.
Okay. So do you want to do that now, or we do it on Sunday? We see every Sunday, by the way.
We see every Sunday. We meet twice a week.
Twice a week. Okay. So should we do it on Sunday, or should we do it here?
We'll do that on Sunday.
On Sunday, Abby. Okay. So speaking of Sunday, we were watching Making the Cut. Yeah. Did you like it?
I did. It reminded me a lot about Project Runway, but the twist to it, like there's a bit of maturity to it. And
there are bigger fashion brands. They contact people from all over the world, and then they are traveling a lot. So it's like it's more higher, It's not just, Project Runway is like your ability to sew, but Making the Cut is your ability to design to bring out things. Like for every winner, every time somebody wins, their clothes, their what they call it, accessible look is put up on Amazon and it's sold immediately. And it starts selling immediately. So that's really cool,
What I found intriguing about the episodes we watched was that lady that was sent home. I think at that. So
she did not like that girl.
Serious
I've forgotten her name.
I've ever seen.
She did not like
How can you find such an opportunity
and just be
you are
playing
just
with
very lackadaisical and all that about
two times she sent tight clothes to this thing.
She was not listening to feedback. She was just
doing what she
very
frustrating.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like how can you
I think
be
we're
like
old.
that?
It's old, it's old people that have that problem. Because it's young people that feel like, hey, there will be other opportunities.
She wasn't that young. Do you understand? But I think she was just too much in touch with her inner childhood. That even when they said, "Oh, yeah, come and be going," she was like, "Okay." I was like,
yeah.
But I liked.
There's this Asian girl I like. Sadly, I've forgotten everybody's name. We're still watching season 1. There are 3 episodes, by the way. Fine, it's on Amazon Prime, so check it out there. We were watching there's this Asian girl I liked. I like how much she includes the Korean. I think she's Korean, so like the Asian feel, and then she fuses it with like sportswear look. I like her. Then the girl Esther, what's her name? That lady Esther, the one that's always wearing the hats.
Is that the one that was winning back to
that one? That girl with the hats.
Really
I like her approach to the business. Even Naomi Campbell is one of the judges. Yeah, she said, I like that every decision you're making, you're thinking of how it will sell, how it goes. That's a major issue for us designers. A lot of us are just making fine clothes, which is nice. People will like it, but in the end, how often will people get it? How marketable is it? Yeah. So that's what we did on Sunday. On Sunday, we usually try to watch something and to see,
to fuel our creativity, because we've been working individually for as long as we've been in fashion. Now we're going to be collaborating and infusing and we're very two super creative people that are trying to find
the place where we can
a meeting.
The episode we stopped in is actually them working in teams.
But
we didn't finish. We didn't watch the fashion show. So watch that one, because anything that concerns what I'm doing now, anything that concerns partnership, that's what I'm paying attention to. Speaking of which, I think I want to suggest a book that we read.
Okay.
It's called Risks and Return. It's about three guys, or is it 4 guys that were in the US and then partnered and came to Nigeria and opened a business together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll find it. Hopefully I'll find it. I'll look for it and then try.
So that's the book we're going to be reading in March.
I think we'll do that for March. Yeah. This is for February. For that one. So at the moment, I guess on just information. New York Fashion Week, summer fall for 2025 has started. I sent you Carolina Herrera's. Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it. No,
Carolina Herrera's. It was so beautiful.
I haven't.
It was so beautiful.
But I'll make
she has this thing about roses or flowers. I don't think it's a rose. But the runway, she did this thing where she heaped sand on the ground and then they put roses. So there are not millions. It feels like a sea of roses all over the runway.
Oh wow!
So I wish you would see it.
You remember the photo shoot that we did many years ago that we used balloons? Is this something like that? You remember?
I need to put the pictures up. It was with the kids. You used your daughter, used my niece. Yes, I'll put them up. You have your own pictures, ba?
I think I do.
You better have them. Send them to me, so I can put them up so you guys can see.
Well, your husband should have them now. He was our photographer that year. So.
He might have them, but where he's finding it.
I'll look for them. I know I have them on Facebook somewhere. So.
Okay, Facebook, you find them. Oh, that was nice. So sea of balloons. I like the idea of balloons. I think kids I think balloons are so whimsical and they are pretty. I would do a runway with balloons if I could afford it.
Yeah.
I would do it. You know, so she did this thing with flowers. It was, and then she used flowers a lot in her design. So it's either a flower constructed into a dress, or you see the fabric, you see flowers written on it. Then somewhere embroidered, somewhere prints. It was beautiful. I sent it to you last night. It's just last night I sent it to you. So that's so. So I think we are done for today. Is there anything else? Okay, we need to start discussing how we are going to. So last Saturday in March.
That's when we're doing our own pop-up show. But we want to go see what's happening.
What's happening? Yeah, we're going to go there. So I think maybe next time.
Yeah.
No, not the next time. Two videos from now.
We'll talk about what we saw
at the Lagos pop-up and anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for those who have subscribed.
Yes.
Thank you for the comments.
Yes. A lot of people are like the reception so far is.
Thank you so much.
It's beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much. And until next time.
Yeah. Bye.